Hi, I'm Camilla.
And I'm Kang, and we are the
FI
FI Resellers.
And this past week we had a terrible week of sales. We had a good week overall. You know, just in life, it was a great week, but terrible for sales. So we are actually going to share all of our sales with you from the past week because they were honestly so few of them that we can just whip right through this. Yeah. So just for the sake of transparency, you know, not every week is a good week, and this week was especially terrible. And we just want to share that with you that, you know, we have up weeks and down weeks, just like any other reseller. So we wanted to share all of our sales, and yeah, we'll get into it.
Yeah, the first sale was this patriotic Stars and Stripes quilt by Patch Magic. We sold for $35 on Poshmark.
It was so funny. The night before we sold this, we had been talking about how many quilts we have at our house and thinking like, we really need to sell some of these off so we can clear up some space. Yeah. And then someone came in and offered $35 on this quilt, and I was like, yes, finally, someone who wants to buy this one. I've had it for a while, and it wasn't in the best condition. We thought it was really cool. We thought it would sell for 4th of July, and that came and went. So then we were feeling like, oh, it's not going to sell till next 4th of July, and then someone came in and bought it. And so just goes to show you, if you want sales, complain about them next to your phone, and they will come.
Next, we sold this new tag pair of pants, these navy pants by this brand called Muji for $15 on Poshmark.
So this was a really good sale, considering we thought that these pants were like just junk, like just like a really low quality item. But when I looked them up, when I was listing them, and these had been in my death pile for a while, when I looked them up, they were selling for $60 new. So I figured I could get, you know, a good amount. So I listed them at $20, thinking I wanted a quick sale, and someone came in and offered $15 pretty quickly. So I was really happy with that.
We sold this leopard print swimsuit by Trim Shaper for $14 on Poshmark.
So this was a great sale because we picked it up from the bins, but I also wore it on our baby moon while I was pregnant. So then I was able to sell it and still make money and also get some use out of it. So really great.
Nice. Next was this thick jacket by Walls for $35 on eBay.
These kinds of jackets, we have quite a few of them. We've kind of been saving them up for fall. I always think of them as like worker or trucker jackets. Like, you know, that's who I see wearing these, you know, people who are working outside a lot and who really need that kind of thick warmth. And these are really warm jackets. I mean, this one says blizzard proof, so I would assume that that means that like you could wear it out in the blizzard, you know. And so I pick these up often, and I don't really care that much about the condition in terms of like if there are marks on them. I mean, I don't want like rips and stuff, but if it's a little bit dirty, that's not that big of a deal. It, you know, definitely lowers the value, but not so much that it's not going to sell, because these are utility items. They're not like fashion items, really. I mean, some people wear them as fashion, but I think on eBay and on Poshmark, we're selling them to people who need them. Right.
Next was this hooded shirt by Raw Uncut for $29.85 on eBay.
So this was a really surprising sale. We've had this for a while. We've had this since January, and it came in a thread-up box, and I thought it was like so weird and like whatever. Like, I did not think this was going to sell, so I was really happy when it did, and it sold for so much. Like, it sold for full price, which was really surprising to me. And so really, really happy with that sale.
Next, a Hawaiian shirt by Alfred Shaheen for Ray & Spooner for $36.25 on eBay.
So this one, I had actually priced it up a little bit higher. I had priced it at $50, and someone came in and offered $30, and so I accepted that because it had been listed for a while, and I'd mostly been getting offers for like $20, $25. And I just thought it was really a special shirt. Like, I thought the pattern was really cool, so I was hoping that it would sell for more. But we're nearing the end of summer, and I figured that, you know, most people are buying Hawaiian shirts in summer, not necessarily in winter. So I decided to accept that offer.
Also, we're having kind of a terrible week at that point anyway.
That's true.
So it's like, kind of got to take what you can get.
Yeah, that's so true.
All right, so we sold these platform sandals by Volatile for $24.65 on eBay.
This is our first time picking up that brand, and we did have those for a little while. We've had them since April, but I thought they were really, really cute, and they were in perfect condition, like super nice condition. And I almost thought about wearing them myself, but they're just like a little bit too high. Like, I felt a little wobbly in them, so I didn't end up wearing them. I thought about it, but I think I will pick up this brand of shoe in the future if it's one, a really cute style, which this was, and two, in really good shape.
Next were these leggings by Rag & Bone for $18 on Poshmark.
Rag & Bone and women's jeans I sell for pretty cheap. These were kind of like an older style. Like, not a lot of people wear jeggings anymore. And these, I think, were maybe even like a low cut jegging. So definitely not in style. So that was why they sold for so little.
We sold these shorts by Pearl Izumi for $20.95 on eBay.
So these we've had since February, and I was just happy to get rid of them. I was surprised that they took so long to sell, but I did have them priced a little bit high, but the person came in and said an offer, and so I decided to accept it. Especially, again, we're coming to the end of summer, the end of biking season for most people, so happy to get these sold before the season totally ends.
This one we've had for 310 days, apparently. It's this blue sweater by Eileen Fisher for $29.85 on eBay.
So I think I had it priced at $30, and maybe that was why it wasn't selling. I had priced a little bit too high. And also, I don't think that the pictures were that good on this sweater, so that just goes to show you that good pictures will help your item sell faster and for more money, but I'm just happy to get this gone.
We've been getting into selling more hats lately, and this one is pretty nice. Kind of once in a while, here and there. We sold this Kangol hat for $23.95 on eBay.
Yeah, so this one was really interesting because this guy had offered on this hat like at least 10 times. Like, he wanted this hat so bad, and he kept lowballing me. Like, he at first I think sent like an $8 offer, and then like a $10 offer, and like a $12 offer. The $12 one was like he was really wanting it for $12. So he finally got to his last offer that he was like allowed to make, and so he sent $18, and so I accepted it at $18. I think I had it listed at $30, but I was like, man, this guy really wants his hat, so I gotta get him this hat. And again, we're having a terrible week, so I decided to accept it.
Next were these jeans by American Eagle. We sold them for $20 on Poshmark.
Perfect, full price sale. Really happy with that. I love getting full price sales on Poshmark. And American Eagle is one of our bread and butter brands. We love selling it. We almost always sell it for about $20, down to 15. So I always list it at 20 unless there's like some flaw on it, and then I take offers down to basically $10, honestly, because we get them from the bins. They're so cheap and really easy to list because I just basically write whatever is on the waistband, and that's about it.
Yeah, very consistent. We sold these dress pants by Zanella. No idea, Zanella, I don't know. $29 on Facebook Marketplace. Very surprising.
Yeah, so this was such a weird sale because I thought that these pants were like a nothing pant. We got them in a thread-up rescue box. They're just like a basic dress pant, but someone paid $20 plus shipping to get them, and I hope that they like them and they fit. Men's dress pants can be a little bit iffy because often they're tailored to the person, so hopefully this person looked at all the measurements and all of that. So
they probably didn't, but
whatever.
we'll see. We sold this nice striped sleeveless shirt by Maeve for $20.19 on eBay.
This was another one that we've had for a while. We've had it since March, but happy with that sale. Maeve is another one of our bread and butter brands that sells for just like $10, $15, but we pick it up. This is super lightweight and it was really easy to list.
We sold a long sleeve shirt by a brand called Kuyigo. No idea. $13.25 on eBay, and we made a whopping $3.88 of profit. Not great, not bad, but
That is bad. It is an Amazon brand, so I think that these shirts are only like $20 new, and so this was basically new. It still had like the little like loop for the tag and a little like plastic thing, so I don't think that it was worn because that would be kind of uncomfortable to wear it with that thing. So it's basically new, but even with that, it's not worth very much. It was just kind of a basic shirt, so I priced it pretty low, but it sold really quickly. It sold in, about a week, so pretty happy with that.
Okay, lastly, very quick video, I guess. So this one was a jacket by Express. We sold for $19.65 on eBay.
Yeah, so Express is a brand that we get often in our thread-up rescue box, and one that we don't pick up usually. It does sell, but it doesn't sell for very much. This actually hasn't been listed for that long, which was pretty surprising, but often our Express sits and sits and sits, so we don't really pick it up that much. So that was all of our sales. We sold a total of 16 items for a gross revenue of $384.59. Our cost of goods for those 16 items was $38.94. So on eBay, we sold 10 items for $131.11. Poshmark, we sold just 5 items for $69.39. Facebook, we sold 1 item for $17.98. So in total, our net profit for the week was $218.48.
Woo!
So it is more than what we had previously. You know, we could have had 0 if we weren't doing anything with our reselling,
Right.
and not doing this at all. So we are happy with, you know, even the little amount that we can make, especially right now when we are not doing that much work. But it is pretty disappointing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, oh well.
Oh well. Also, we want to say that every reseller is going to have a week like this. And generally speaking, you know, if you have 1,000 weeks of reselling, you're statistically going to have a few really, really good days and weeks. And then statistically, obviously, with the bell curve and all, you're going to have some really, really bad weeks as well. So that's something to consider. If you're doing this long enough, you're going to have some bad weeks, and that's okay. We're not really stressed about it. We do want to be transparent, like Camilla said. Even at $218, you know, we're gonna take it because every little bit counts. And we've already made some adjustments for this coming week. And as you know, we make these videos a few days after our week ends, and so we already have some really good sales. We're pretty excited about those actually, because it's actually a pretty good start to the week. So we're really excited. You know, hopefully that means we can catch up as well. But at the end of the day, we just want to say that you're going to have bad weeks, and that's okay. You know, we've got a lot of other things on our mind. So, you know, we just got to give ourselves some grace, I guess. And if you ever run into this, hopefully you do too. All right, now it's time for our segment on building wealth. And this week is very exciting because it is actually the 1-year anniversary of us opening up this account. And
Really?
so
Wow.
we are not really celebrating in any way, but this is about the time where we opened it up and actually started putting money into this. 1 full year of investing, and we're up to $8,000. And as always, we put just a little bit of our reselling profits into, you know, this experiment. And this week we put in $18 from our Facebook Marketplace profits, and we're up to about $8,000. Like I said, you can see it here. And the most exciting part is that we are continuing to kind of go upward because the gains are getting a little better, right? It's now minus $524 when it was minus $700 some odd dollars. So we're in the right direction. We're headed in the right direction. And I feel like the momentum is starting to really carry us. Hopefully the stock market is kind of, you know, finding a good rhythm where it's starting to bounce back, all of that. So keep following us to see how this continues to do. 1 year in, out of 40 years, it's a drop in the bucket, but we're very excited to see it progress, and hopefully you are too. And then the other segment we want to talk about is the Roth IRA. So Camilla and I have been talking about kind of planning for the beginning of next year, and we have to start thinking about what we want to do with the Roth IRA next year, because at the beginning of 2022, this year, we actually put in $12,000 of our money into our personal Roth IRAs. And so the Roth IRA is the individual retirement account. And aside from, you know, this experiment that we show you each week, we invest a lot of money into our own personal accounts. And so we plan ahead and we try to budget that out because we want to put the money into the market as soon as we can. In most cases, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out, but in most cases, it works out to where time in the market is better than timing the market. And so what that means to us is that we put it in so that it gives it more time in the market. You can play it multiple ways, but that's what we've done in the past. That's something we've considered doing in the future. We might even just do dollar cost averaging. But at the end of the day, we're intentionally trying to set aside the maximum amount that we can to put into our personal Roth IRAs so that we can max it out. And one of the biggest things is that from Investopedia.com, it says that a Roth IRA is where you pay taxes on the money going into the account, right? It's already taxed before it goes into this account, and then all future withdrawals are tax-free. And so that continues to build on the idea that we're looking way far ahead. We don't know exactly what the taxes are going to look like on this, but we won't have to worry about it because we won't have to pay any taxes on this particular account with this particular money that, you know, we've been shoving as much into. And so that's why they limit it to about $6,000 per person. They may increase it for 2023, but that's what we're budgeting, is about $6,000 per person. And so this isn't investing advice by any means, but this is us planning for something that maybe you should consider.
The way that a Roth IRA works is, so let's say you have a paycheck, or even using your reselling money, you open an account with a bank. You could open it with an investment bank or just a regular bank if they have investment options for you, Roth IRA options. And so you open an account with that bank, and then you take money either from your paycheck. So on your paycheck, you already paid taxes on it. On your reselling profits, you're going to pay taxes on it. And so you take that money and you can deposit it into this account, and then you can invest it in whatever stocks, mutual funds, index funds that you want to. And then that's how that money grows, is once you invest it, then it grows with the market. And so you have a limit of $6,000 that you're allowed to put in if you are below a certain income level, which is a pretty high income level. It's $144,000 in 2022. It might, raise a little bit in 2023, as well as maybe the limits on the deposit might go up a little bit in 2023. But you put that money in, you can put it throughout the year. And actually, it's not too late to deposit money for 2022, because you can do it all the way up until the tax deadline. You can be depositing money in there for 2022 in, February and March up until April. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely something to keep in mind, that you still have plenty of time to, open that and get it going for 2022. You can put in $6,000 for this year and then start again in April of 2023 and do another $6,000 for 2023. So that's definitely something that you should keep in mind. It's touted as one of the best kind of investment vehicles out there, because of the way that when you withdraw it, it's tax-free money. So when you're retired, you kind of need the money more than when you are working in some ways, because you are on that limited amount of income, where when you have your paycheck and all of that, you can, make money in other ways that, when you're older, you might not have that possibility, and you might be having to pay more taxes depending on, what happens with, our tax structure in this country, and, how much money you're making as you're getting older. Hopefully you continue to make more and more money, so you might be in a higher tax bracket at that point.
Right. These are just things that we think of ahead of time. This is to us building wealth for very long, even into our baby's generation, where she will hopefully kind of see that we've done this for so long, and she gets to see the result of it, because we'll eventually explain this to her anyway. And so this is very important to us, to have all of the reselling community understand the Roth IRA, because it is such a powerful vehicle. Because the future is so unknown with the tax structure that you really don't want to have to worry about it. And so since it goes in taxed already, you don't have to pay taxes on the gains, then it's just something that in a way is much more safe. So something to consider for you. Hopefully you're already doing that, and we're just preaching to the choir, but some people just need a little nudge, and hopefully this kind of gets you there. You don't have to put in a full $6,000, right? You can just put in little by little, like Camilla said, throughout the year. But even just a little bit for a short amount of time will help you get started, and hopefully will give you the momentum and the confidence to continue.
So that's all that we have for you today, and we hope that you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. We love that. And leave a comment down below how your week was. Did you also have a bad week like us, or were you just more lucky and maybe worked harder on your business than we did this week and had a good week? Yeah. Let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you and chat with you down there. And if you aren't subscribed, consider subscribing. We would love to have you as part of our YouTube community.
Yeah, keep that passion burning, y'all. This is kind of the week where those words, to me, are like so important. If you have a bad week, you just got to keep the passion burning by continuing to fuel the fire. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully yours is way better than ours. But we're really rooting for you. We'll see you later.
Bye.